whilst I wasn't there at the very beginning, at the foundations of creation when Elohim began molding the structures on which our existence demands. Elohim told me that when he established the skies and the land, what I live on was a formless waste, and the darkness covered the deep abyss. The land was uninhabitable, and the deep was ceaseless. But over this dark abyss, Elohim breathed, and the divine winds swept over the face of the earth. Elohim said, "Let there be light." And so there was, and he said that it was good. The light is beautiful, and my skin sings with joy. Elohim is the one who separates light from the dark, who commands order out from chaos, who brings purpose to the purposeless, and thanks to him I see. That was day 1. Now Elohim separated the waters above from the waters below, chaos from chaos, and sea from sea. But now there is a dome which protects from the disorderly waters that are above me. What shall Elohim name this dome? Sky. Hello, Babylonians. What do you want? Marduk already set up the sea in the sky, and he demonstrated his strength against the chaotic sea monster when he slaughtered Tiamat, filleting her body, creating the heavens above and the seas below. You say so, Babylonian, that this bloodshed is Marduk's strength, but his needless, chaotic warfare is the very weakness which fails to define him from the same chaos he claims to defeat. That was day 2. Now Elohim separated the seas beneath the sky from the land which I need to function rightly. With this earth that you have provided, this earth that you have organized from the seas, this right habitat for me, now I can live. You have separated the consuming abyss, the roaring chaos from this dry sanctuary, and you told this land to produce the food that I require to sustain my spirit. The Akkadians gloat with their large empire and crushing dominance over the earth, but their gods created them selfishly so that they might keep themselves well fed. But you, Elohim, you created the land so that you could keep me well fed. From the ends of the earth you provide vegetation. All over you told the earth to produce fruit, and you said that it was good. That was day 3. Oh Elohim, what a right world you are organizing. From the darkness to the seas, you hold back the forces of decreation, and you command the powers of chaos which would seek to reconsume your creation, and you tell them to stay still. The darkness which would consume the light, the sea which would consume the land, the powers of decreation which would consume life are not enemies who must be destroyed, but they are your servants. Now Elohim placed in the heights of the dome above lights, separating the day from the night. He created the 2 greater lights, one who rules the day and the other who rules the night. And he created the many lesser lights. As it was on day 1, now Elohim has prepared the inhabitants of their respective domain. These heavenly bodies you created to do your work, as they separate light from dark and designate time and month. That was day 4. Now Elohim spoke to the sea and to the sky. You spoke to the sea and sky terrifying things. Let there be swarms of life, and let each domain be filled. The chaotic sea hosts the great sea monster, whom Marduk threatens to slaughter. And the Babylonians say that this sea dragon, Tiamat, is the enemy of Marduk, and she must be destroyed. She threatens creation, and so she must be killed. But you, Elohim, say that you are the one who created the sea dragon. You placed the monsters of the abyss, but won't say that they are our enemy. You established the chaotic Leviathan, and spoke to it blessings. From the swarms of the sea, from every size and kind, to every winged creature that flies, Elohim filled the domains of the sea and the skies with life. You blessed them to be fruitful and to multiply. You do not call these your enemies. You call these good. That was day 5. Now Elohim spoke to the land, my home which he divided from the sea on day 3, and he spoke to it frightful things. You see this land with its trees and plants? It's vast and teeming, but has nobody to fill its ground. It's not good that the land be empty of life, so Elohim filled the land. So out of the earth Elohim brought forth life, from cattle to wild beasts to every crawling thing, from the sustainers of life to the ones who take it. Elohim filled the earth with gentle lambs and roaring dragons. You do not call some your friends and others your adversary. You call them good. And when all the earth was assigned, and all the earth was full, from the agents in the dome to the creatures of the sky, from the dragons of the deep to the beasts of the land, you formed everything we see, and you take all the credit. But as of yet, you have saw all of your creation from east to west, from the depths to the dome, from heaven to earth. You established and hold up the pillars of creation, and you spoke to your heavenly assembly. Let us establish a final creation. There will be one more creature, and we will give the creation over to them. From the agents in the dome to the creatures of the sky, from the dragons of the deep to the beasts of the land, they will have authority, and we will give creation over to them. We will create them in our image, and we will create them in our likeness. They will be my idol in this physical reality. Moments ago, I was but dust. Moments ago, I was as the ground from day 3. From dust I was made, but Elohim breathed the wind of mortality into my nose. Energy, life, vitality. Elohim is the one who separates the dark into light, who parts the seas into land, and who takes dirt and makes man. I wasn't there when you set up the pillars of creation, and I am not the one who tells the agents in the sky how to shine. I am not the one who tells the plants to bear fruit, but human. I will place you in the land of life, the cradle of earth, the garden of Eden, and you shall have authority over everything that you see. You shall expand the boundaries of the garden, and you shall eat from every tree which bears fruit. Every creature which walks is yours. Every land for you to step on is yours. Everything under the sky's lights were given over to you. Except, do you see this tree? This is the only thing on creation that I have not given to you. Do not eat from it. Human, you shall join me in my acts of creation. It is a divine act to name things, and you will name everything I've given over to you. And so I did. From cattle to wild beasts to every crawling thing, my first task as Elohim's image was to name the creation he gave over to me. From the sustainers of life to the creatures who take it, I named it all, but I began to notice. The cattle in the fields, each one appears to have its helper, and the birds of the sky, each one appears to have its partner. The beasts of the wild, each one appears to have its azer. Under the lights of the sky there exists no creature without its counterpartner, without its helper, but Elohim, what have I? From day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 you have created, and despite how I tremble at the presence of some creation, you have always called it good. If only you say the words, I will call this good too. But, Elohim, why am I alone? And so Elohim created me. He created the human being, and he created me male. The human is alone. From east to west, from heaven to earth, everything is good, but it is not good for the human to be alone. Adam, you have done well with naming the creatures. You have expanded the boundaries of Eden. Now, go to sleep. And so I did. Whilst I may not understand the reason Elohim has made me alone, whilst I may suffer a great loneliness, I will trust that if he calls it good, then so it is. I'm awake again. But despite my desire for partnership, nothing has changed. I still feel the same. I'm still alone. Now, Adam was tending to the garden as he brought forth order in the creation. Elohim spoke to Adam. Turn around, I brought you something. And so I did. Who's this? Another creation? But it's not like any of the other creations. This one isn't like the cattle in the fields or the wild beasts or anything that crawls. This creation isn't like the monsters of the deep sea, nor like the birds of the sky. You are not like the great Leviathan, and you are not like the chaos dragons. You are not like the roaring seas which crash against the land. You are not like the darkness which threatens to consume the light. You are like me. You're like me. It was not good that the human was alone. From east to west and from heaven to earth, everything was good, but it is not good for the human to be alone. I put you to sleep. I cut you in half. I closed the wound. You are no longer complete, but you are looking at your missing other half. Bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. This one will be called woman, for out of man you were taken. I have longed into the creation. I have seen the greatness of what Elohim has made. But where was a partner for me? I gazed into the dome and saw the lights. I asked, are you a suitable partner? No. I gazed into the sea and saw the monsters, and I asked, are you a suitable partner? No. I gazed into the sky and saw the birds, and I asked, are you a suitable partner? No. I gazed into the wilderness and saw the beasts, and I asked, are you a suitable partner? No. I gazed into the fields and I saw the cattle. I asked, are you a suitable partner? No. I gazed under the rocks and in the dust, and I saw the creeping things, and I asked, are you a suitable partner? But no. To each of the beings of creation I asked this question and sought, and from each of the beings they replied back, no, for we have our partners, our friends, our helpers, our lovers, our community, our brothers. But you are not like the rest of creation, human. Elohim created me alone, but he did not leave me there. He brought you to me. He gave me trees and fruits and everything to eat. He gave me creatures and herds and everything to tame. But you, woman, you are not like the rest of creation. Truly, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh, I have seen everything that Elohim has created, and I've seen that it is good. But you, I have seen you, and I see you. You have seen me, and you see me. We are not clothed, and yet you don't reject me. There is nothing for me to hide from you. Will you still accept me? Can a man be vulnerable to a rock? Can a man share his life with the clouds? Can the cattle bear the man's burdens? Can the fish wipe the man's tears? The Akkadians say that the gods created us as slaves, but I've never been more free. The Babylonians say that only the king is Imago Dei, but when I am vulnerable with you, I see the love of Elohim. In the beginning, when I was no longer dust, I did not understand why Elohim would craft me alone. But now I see. I was alone so that I could truly appreciate what a good partner you would make for me. Elohim created us naked together, but it is not a nakedness of shame. We know each other, we see each other, we accept each other. For my faults and hers, we think no less of each other. We love each other, and this radical love that I'm experiencing for the first time from another creation. How good this love! How true this love! Is that what Elohim sees in us when he looks down from heaven? Is this how he feels for us? Is this what he thinks of us? For it must be that God sees us naked. He loves and accepts us, and there's nothing we can do that would separate us. I pray that these things are true. I pray there will never be a day where you do not see Elohim in me, Adam, and I pray there will never be a day where I don't see Elohim in you, Eve. So, Elohim created the humans in his image. In the image of Elohim he created them. Male and female he created them. And Elohim looked out on his creation. From day 1 to 6, he saw his creation and concluded, This is very good. Today is the 7th day, and this is the day we rest, for Elohim has established his cosmic temple here in the Garden of Eden, the intersection of heaven and earth. Adam. Where did you go? Where are you hiding? This is my temple, but my priests are nowhere to be found. Come out! Where are you? Adam. Eve. Why are you covered in a suit of leaves and vines? Well, we heard you walking in the garden and, well, we were afraid. We were naked and so we hid ourselves from you. Who told you that you were naked? And why did you hide from me? Have I not shown you my love? Have I not shown you I'm good? What have you done? Have you eaten from the tree that I told you not to eat from? No, this wasn't my fault. It was the woman who gave me the fruit. She told me to eat from it, and so I did. This isn't my fault. This wouldn't have happened if she didn't give it to me, and this wouldn't have happened if you didn't give her to me. So, is this how you choose to handle the situation then, Adam? My creation, why would you not listen? Do you not think that I delight in you? Do you not know that your delight is also mine? Your suffering is not alone, or do you not know that we suffer the same time? When you delight in my creation also, you also delight in me. This is why I gave everything over to you. When you are suffering needlessly, I hear your plea. This is why I made Eve for you. Yet, despite everything under the great lights being yours, was it not enough? Were you not satisfied with every beast of the field? Were you not satisfied with every fruit tree as yours? Did you find Eve boring? Do you simply hate being alive? I told you from the day that you eat from that tree, you will surely die. Did you mistake my warning as an invitation? Do you think of me as either a trickster or a liar? Was all of creation not enough? Were you possessed by greed to take from your sole restriction? Are you envious of me, not trusting of me? Did you think I restricted you from the tree of the knowledge of good and bad because I didn't want you to be like me? But, Adam, you already are like me. Or do you not understand that you are my image on earth? That when you experienced my love through Eve, that was not a mistake. Did you want the knowledge from the fruit? Why did you not request? Why did you not think to ask for the knowledge? But instead you took the knowledge with your own hands, against my will. I never said that you could never have the knowledge, for I want you to grow and become wise, but you are simply not ready yet for such knowledge. Now you and Eve can determine for yourselves what you think is good. Now you and Eve can determine for yourselves what you think is bad. What do you think will happen when what you call good she calls bad, and what you call bad she calls good? Do you think you will still be able to be naked with each other, loving, accepting, and desire the intimate vulnerability of each other? Do you think you will still be human with each other, to connect with each other? Or will your ethical, philosophical, moral, spiritual distinctions create a barrier between the two of you? Will this lead to a hatred between you both? It seems the evidence of separation has already begun with your coverings. I made you, Adam, from the dust. That was when I breathed life into you. But now, that breath of life will return to me, and to the dust you will return. Do I regret creating you both? No, for I am the one who separates the light from the dark, and I am the one who holds together the pillars of creation. I am the one who makes order out from chaos, and I will be the one who covers your shame. I will lead you both back together again, and restore what has been broken. Tomorrow I will lead you back into the garden of promise, but today you must leave. What horrors would take place if you ate from the tree of life also, and lived forever? You do not know yet that empires and kingdoms will rise, great powers which will seek to take and to crush and to end life. Powers which will seduce men into beasts, who act as the same chaotic forces that they will also claim to be fighting against. Those who these beasts crush will sing songs to me at the fall of these beasts, and how thankful the weak will be that I kept you away from the tree of life, lest these beasts live as dragons forever. Adam, Eve, you must leave. You must leave the intersection of heaven and earth, this garden of life, this place of plenty. You must go out beyond its boundaries into the wilderness, into the land which has not yet been made functional for life. Till that ground, the very same ground that I fashioned you from. Whilst today ye die, tomorrow I will breathe life back into your dry bones. Today heaven will be far removed from earth, and tomorrow I will bring heaven back to earth and live among you forever.